Welcome to the Fear and Greed Business News Afternoon Report for Thursday, the 14th of September, 2023. I'm Michael Thompson. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Let's get going. Story number 1, the S&P ASX 200 closed up 0.5% today to 7,187 points. Almost all sectors went up today, with strong iron ore prices really pushing metals and mining to the top of the leaderboard, followed by materials. This led to a big rise for Champion Iron, up 4.3%. Fortescue Metals Group was up 4.1%. Sayona Mining was another strong performer, up 5%. Best on the bourse today was actually BrainChip Holdings, up 5.5%. Healthcare declined, and there was a small drop for consumer staples. Not much change for consumer discretionaries either. Myer was up 1.6% today. The business posted sales of $3.36 billion in the year to July 29, which was their best result, would you believe, since 2005. But the department store business told the market that sales have slipped 1.9% in the first few weeks of this year. The biggest fall today was Link Administration Holdings, down 4.9%. On to story number 2, and the majority of active fund managers failed to beat the market for the first half of 2023. S&P Global has put out its mid-year scorecard and shows the market index did better than active management. About 55% of general equity funds did worse than the 4.5% rise in the ASX 200, but small and mid-cap managers and bond funds outperformed just. And if you zoom out even further to 5, 10, or even 15 years, it seems to be the vast majority of fund managers who failed to beat the market. However, when it came to international stock active managers, they outperformed the ASX 200, and that's largely driven by the S&P Developed Market Index outpacing the local market. Story number 3, National Australia Bank is closing up shop in Hong Kong in what may be the start of a trend. The bank will be winding down its office there over the next 18 months. It has about 50 staff there. It's not clear yet whether those roles are all being made redundant. NAB is focusing more on its Shanghai, Singapore, and Tokyo offices as it centres to support institutional clients across Asia. Stringent pandemic lockdowns and geopolitical uncertainty have had several major financial organisations reconsidering their operations in Hong Kong over the past few years. Westpac closed its Hong Kong office in June. Commonwealth Bank and ANZ still have Hong Kong operations though. Story number 4, it is Are You OK Day today, and this had the Offshore Alliance hitting out a treatment of workers at Chevron facilities. The union collective, made up of the Australian Workers' Union and the Maritime Union of Australia, is concerned about bullying and harassment of workers. The union has criticised, quote, corporate thugs who are standing over their operations workforce on their West Coast facilities, and they're complaining about a toxic culture. They are currently undertaking protected industrial action at the US giant's LNG sites, and earlier today started ramping up the strikes. They have threatened to take Chevron to court over claims that some managers have told workers they'll dock their pay even if they don't take protected action. Chevron and its workers will have their dispute over wages and conditions heard by the Industrial Relations Tribunal next week. And finally, story number 5, more Australian liquefied natural gas is going to be bought by Taiwan in an effort to protect the island nation's energy supply against any possible attack from China. Now, Taiwan is phasing out its 3 nuclear power plants by 2025, and this transition alongside rising geopolitical tension means importing LNG is taking on great significance. Australia is one of the world's biggest exporters of LNG and is now Taiwan's major supplier at 37% of its supply. Australia is also a major investor in wind farms in the region. Another reason that LNG is considered a good option is that it can be stored in undisclosed locations. Taiwan is also interested in hydrogen as a source of energy. That's it for the afternoon report for Thursday, the 14th of September 2023. We will be back tomorrow morning with Fear and Greed Business News. I'm Michael Thompson. Enjoy your evening.